Hey YouTube, it's Bernie with Raw Customs Mobile Installation. Today I'm going to be showing you how to remove the door panels on the 2012 Dodge Ram 1500 quad cab 2-wheel drive. I'll also be showing you how to put the panel back on and what the speaker looks like.
Here are the tools you're going to need to remove the door panel. We got a size 5mm socket with the adapter so I can use it on my drill. A couple panel tools, pick tool. This is a polarity tester. It's just a AA battery with a couple leads on it. My drill with the regular shaft and then a Phillips head. We're also going to need the 15 torque to remove the door panel, so I'm going to use that also. The speakers that I'm going to be installing are going to be the Alpine Type S components. Comes with a mid-range speaker, 6.5 inch, and then a separate tweeter. Also includes the bass blockers inside so that none of my low frequencies reach my tweeters. Alright, the first thing you want to do on the door panel is remove this upper piece right up here. I'm going to grab my panel tools and just right in the top right there, goes in nice and easy, and just kind of ease it out. Pops right off. Got clip here, and that's all that's holding it in. Set that down on the floor. Next, what I'm going to do is remove the screw that is behind this little door here, and that's holding this plastic piece on that we're gonna have to remove also. So I'm going to take my pick tool, gently get it in there. It's not a lot of room, so you got to be careful, and it just pops off. So that piece is off. And put that in my magnetic tray. Get my drill, remove that screw. Also put that in my magnetic tray. Now back to a panel tool to remove this piece. There is a clip here, and then it slides in this way. So you want to kind of start at the top, work your way around, get this side out first, and then pull this out and then slide it this way. See, it's got two of these. It slides in and then clips in. Alright, set that on the floor. Alright, next I'm going to take my drill and remove these torques. They're 15. The difference in these and other vehicles, they're plastic. There's one there, one there. There's two on the bottom. And then there's two on the inside over here. One at the bottom, and then one right there. I'm going to use a drill. Preferably you do these by hand, because if you strip these out, they're plastic and they're going to be done. So be very careful with them. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a panel tool. It's got an opening in it, a groove right here. Because the screws that were held in are held in by these little plastic tabs. And you want to get these out before you try to remove the door panel. Two things can happen. One, you can lose one. And two, you can break it and then it's going to be useless and then your door panel is going to rattle. So I'm just going to get those out. At this point, the door can be lifted up to take it off. Grab it right in here, maybe in there a little bit, lift it up a little bit, watch your lock. It's on a hole, it can get broke. So be careful with that. The only thing left holding it on is the wires going to the power locks and power windows and stuff. What I like to do is pop that out and then rehang the door and then unclip it. There, got that, just set it on the floor. Now you can take the panel all the way off, set it somewhere where it's not going to get scratched or damaged. To remove the speaker, you're going to need a 5mm socket and an adapter if you're going to use a drill. There's four screws you got to take out. Put those in your tray. And the speaker just comes out. It's held in just by the harness. Push in a little tab there and pull it out. And there's your speaker. Now you can fit just about any 6x9 back in this hole. Make sure it's not too deep because it will hit your window track. You should also be able to buy adapters that fit the 6x9 spot that will hold a 6.5 inch mid-range speaker like a coaxial or the components like I have. I'll be doing the speaker install on another video. For right now, I'm just going to reverse the order and put everything back together. Speaker, plug it back in. Up in there. Grab your 5mm screws. When you're putting these back in, don't do it tight. Do it like halfway on all of them. This way you know all the holes are lined up. Once you get the last one in, just push them in. Screw them in all the way, nice and tight. Okay, putting the door panel back on. It's not necessarily tricky, but you do have to pay attention to what you're doing. On the door, you have a couple of things. You have hooks, and then you got pockets. These are going to match up with the opposite of what's here. So if there's a hook on the door, there's going to be a pocket on the door panel. So you're going to have, since you had to lift it off to get it out, you're going to have to slide it back in to get it back on. You want to be careful of your lock. You got to make sure that lines up first. Then I use my knee to just gently hold it against the door until I feel it slip into its spot, and then boom. You can tell it didn't take any effort at all. Everything went back the way it's supposed to go. What I like to do then is rub my hand around the whole thing and make sure it's sitting flat. Everything feels good. Next step is going to be putting the plugs back in here so I can put my torque screws back in. Just push them in. Once you got those in, take your torque screws, and what I'm going to do, because they're plastic, I just put them in, get the tip in there, and then just push them in. It doesn't hurt them. You saw me get them out earlier. I've done this door panel a couple times now. Next, I'm going to put the cover back where the door pull is. So right in there, remember, it's got two tabs that slide in behind the panel. Do those first, and then this snaps in. You don't have to force it. It'll go in nice and easy. Put that in there. Then grab your drill and your Phillips, along with the screw that came out. Line it up. Nice and tight. Next, you want to put the little door over the top of that. It's got a little piece that goes into a groove, and then this other end just snaps right in. Should hear it click. Next, I'm just going to put this cover panel back on. Goes right at the top of the door here. Nothing special. Just line it up, click it in. Super easy. Lastly, the switch panel that controls your mirrors, windows, and your locks. Just flip it over. Your wire should be already at the top here. It's only going to plug in one way. Just make sure it clips down in there. Make sure everything works. Windows still work. We know we're in business.
For the second half of the video, we're going to show you how to remove the rear door panels to get to the speakers. It's the same truck, a 2012 Dodge Ram 1500 quad cab, 2-wheel drive.
You're going to be using all the same tools you use to remove the front door panels. Now let me show you how it comes off. First thing you want to remove is this panel right here. You start at the top, jimmy it in, and it pops right off. There's 3 clips that hold it on. Set that aside. Next, I'm going to use my drill to take off the screws. There's a total of 5 on this door. 1 here, 1 here, 1 underneath, and then 2 on the side over here. These screws are also the plastic torque 15s, so just be careful you don't strip them out. Next, you're going to want to take your panel tool that has the groove in it and remove the plastic plugs that those torque screws into. Next, I'm going to take the pick tool, and there's a little door right here. Just going to stick it in there, nice and easy, so I don't make any marks, and then just pop out, just like that. Now I'm going to take out the Phillips head screw. After you remove that screw, take your panel tool and start in up here. They have the same as the front. There's 2 clips here that slide in, and then 2 here that click in. Comes right off. Now you're ready to slide the door up. And I do the same
On the back door that I did on the front, I pop my window switch up, re-hang the door, hold it with my leg, and unclip the switch. Now set this somewhere where it's not going to get damaged. The rear speaker is also the same size as the front speaker. It's a 6x9. It's held in by 4 of the 5mm bolts. So remove those. Put those in your magnetic tray. And the speaker comes out. You got your clip. They do make speaker harnesses for this truck. So to make it installation easy so you don't have to splice any wires, make sure you pick these up either at your local car stereo shop or order them online. Okay, I'm going to put the speaker back in and reassemble the door panel and move on to the passenger side. When you're reinstalling the speaker, make sure you only put the screws in partial. That way you can line up all the holes. You don't have to worry about it being too tight and having to unscrew and go back. Put them all in halfway, and then once you get to the last one, tighten them all down. Time to put the door panel back on. First thing you want to do is line up your lock with the hole. Then you want to stick your fingers down in here and grab your window switch wires. And gently hold it against the door. So it all clips in just like the front. It's going to have the hooks and the holes to make the door panel stay in. Next, I'm going to put the window switch back in. For that, I'll put this panel back on. Remember, there's 2 hooks here, and then it snaps in on the other side. So lift your handle up, those 2 in there. Like I said, you don't have to force anything. Next, I'm going to put that screw in. Close the little door. Should snap. Now I'm going to put back the plastic plugs and the plastic 15 Torx all the way around. After those in, now I'm going to put the plastic 15 Torx back in. Like on the front, I'm just going to push them in like a thumbtack. They're plastics, just be careful with them. They go right in. Lastly, I'm going to put this panel in. Remember, it's got the 3 clips and it's got a little hole with a little plug there. Just line everything up. Snaps right into place. Alright, that's the second half of the video on how to remove and replace the door panels so you can get to the speakers. I just want to thank you for tuning in, seeing how to remove the door panel on a 2012 Dodge Ram 1500 quad cab 2-wheel drive. If you have any other questions, feel free to email me at rawcustoms.m.i@gmail.com. Social media sites, you can find me Facebook under Raw Customs Mobile Install. Instagram will be under Raw Customs _M_I. Google Plus will be under Raw Customs, and of course YouTube under Raw Customs. If there are any cars you're interested in learning how to disassemble or remove any audio equipment from, or even install some audio equipment, get a hold of me, let me know, I'll see what I can do. Until then, see you next time.